Well, the United States has threatened to suspend its engagement in Syria after the two largest hospitals in rebel-held area of Aleppo were struck. UN Chief Ban Ki-moon also denounced the attacks as war crimes. Our correspondent Nathan King has more from Washington.
According to the U.S. State Department spokesman, Kerry told Lavrov that U.S. was preparing to, quote, suspend U.S. bilateral engagement on Syria unless Russia takes immediate steps to end the assault on Aleppo. The assault began last week after a ceasefire brokered by Moscow and Washington broke down after a few days. An offensive by Syrian government forces has made gains in rebel-held areas of eastern Aleppo. Remember, this city in its glory days was Syria's largest with 3 million people. The death toll from this operation may be in the hundreds, including children. Russia has dismissed U.S. claims that Moscow is responsible for the loss of life. The Kremlin says the U.S. accusations are actually damaging the prospects of reviving some kind of peace process. At the United Nations Security, the UN Secretary General condemned the targeting of hospitals and civilians.
Hospitals, clinics, ambulances, and medical staff in Aleppo are under attack around the clock. According to Physicians for Human Rights, 95% of medical personnel who were in Aleppo before the war have fled, been detained, or killed. This is a war against Syria's health workers.
Falsified information is being spread. We call for a rejection of provocative rhetoric and to focus all of our attention and forces on bringing an end to conflict in Syria. And we have a very good basis for this, based in Russian-American cooperation.
Meanwhile, the foreign ministers of regional rivals Iran and Turkey met in the Turkish capital of Ankara Tuesday. They are on opposite sides of this conflict. Iran supports the Syrian government, while Turkey supports some of the rebel factions. In fact, Turkey, remember, also launched an offensive across its southern border into Syria. This is the third set of talks on Syria between the two countries in the last 6 weeks. Of course, if talks break down between Moscow and Washington, both have envisaged saying that there was no military solution to the Syrian crisis, nearly 6 years old now. But if that breaks down, then really the fighting would be set to continue, as we've seen over the last over 5 years. Nathan King, CCTV, Washington.